that Michael Wiederer is already on location, so we can go right over to the new studio live for the opening words of the President of the European Handball Federation.
Dear club representatives representing the 16 men's and women's Champions League clubs, dear players being interested in your opponents, dear media and marketing representatives, and last but not least, dear fans. It's not by chance that we are here on the 1st of July. The 1st of July every year marks a special date. It's the beginning of the new season. In our case, it's even more special. We are going into a season of a new Champions League with a new outlook, a new competition system. But about that, the moderator will inform you in the next half an hour. From my point of view, it only remains to wish you all the best for the draw and an exciting season 2020-21.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. President. As you've heard it, the new EHF Champions League is ready to rock and roll. Not only do we have a new format, but also a very new brand identity that has many, many details, like the pentagon that connects all the club competitions, the shape of the handball that will always be present, and of course, the colors blue and gold, both for the men's and the women's competition. Enjoy the next video and get ready for a new era. Yes, indeed, we play handball. I just love the blue that goes with the gold. What about you? But we do not only have news for your eyes, but also news for your ears, because EHF has created its very own sound identity. So please close your eyes for a moment and think of a jump shot. And now open your eyes and watch this next video. Well, the EHF is now the only sports federation in the world that has turned an iconic movement into a sound ID. I told you, we are ready for a new era. And now that you've heard and seen the new look, I think we're ready for the draw. Let's do it.
Everything has happened all season comes down to the next 60+ minutes.
The new format sees Europe's 16 best teams divided into two groups, fighting for a beautiful and brand new trophy. By the way, a winner of a European design contest. Take a look. This beautiful trophy shows all the aspects of scoring a goal, and this is what you need to go to the Final Four. But now, let's talk about the group phase. As I've mentioned before, we're going to have the teams divided into two groups, A and B, and we're going to have 4 pots. So out of every pot, 2 teams are going to go to Group A, and 2 teams are going to go to Group B. Then we're going to have a round-robin system, and the top 2 teams of each group will automatically go through to the quarterfinals, while the last 2 teams are automatically eliminated from the competition. The other teams are going to have a playoff, and we also have a country protection, which is also very interesting for you, which means that the teams of Germany, France and Hungary, who have 2 teams in the competition, will not see the teams play in the same group. So it's going to be one team in Group A and the other team in Group B. So knowing this, I think we can proceed to the big studio, to the draw room, and it's a great pleasure to welcome Markus Gaser, EHF Chief Sports Officer, and Michael Wiederer, the President of the European Handball Federation, for the draw.
Well, dear handball friends, very exciting intros. I think everything is ready. We saw a lot of very nice things which we can expect for the new season, but we still have to find out who is going to go against each other and who are the teams which they are going to meet on the way of the matches. We are ready here in the draw studio. You can see 2 pots on the stage. We have the teams in the blue balls and we have the positions in the white balls. We are always taking a blue ball first and afterwards find out the position where this team is going. Pots 1 and 2 are straightforward. Pot 3 and 4 need a bit of an explanation, which we will do later on when we are there. So I would say we do not want to waste any more time. We are ready and we open the first ball. And we start in style with the winner in two Champions League competitions in the last few years, Handball Club Vardar, 1961, from North Macedonia. And Vardar will go to position A1. And we continue with Barça from Spain. The position for Barça is position number 1 in Group B. Paris Saint-Germain handball from France. Paris Saint-Germain takes position number 2 in Group A. So Paris A2. Telekom Veszprém from Hungary. Veszprém takes position 2 in Group B.
So after the draw of the first spots, we take a closer look at the two groups. In Group A, we have the HC Vardar and Paris Saint-Germain. And in Group B, it's Barca and Telekom Veszprém as we proceed to the draw of pot number 2.
Well, we are basically ready to continue with pot number 2. The procedure is exactly the same as it was in pot number 1. We have 4 teams in the blue balls. The 4 positions of pot 2 are in the white balls. And I think easy to understand, easy to follow. We continue immediately and take the first ball for pot 2. The first team in pot 2 is Football Club Porto Sofarma from Portugal. And the position for FC Porto is Group A, position number 4. The second team is Aalborg Handball from Denmark. And the position for Aalborg is B4. From Germany, THW Kiel. THW Kiel goes to Group B on position number 3. And the remaining team in pot number 2, PGE Vive Kielce from Poland. Kielce, of course, occupies the remaining open position, which is A3. And that concludes pot number 2.
So now we know the aim of Group A and B. In Group A, we find the HC Vardar, Paris Saint-Germain, Vive Kielce and the FC Porto. As in Group B, you will find Barca, Telekom Veszprém, the THW Kiel and Aalborg. This concludes pot 1 and 2. But before we move on, ladies and gentlemen, dear handball fans, I would love to invite you to our new home. It is the home of handball. And make sure to visit us soon because we have a brand new website. Eurohandball.com coming up right now. This is the home of handball, the new destination for handball fans from all around the world, and of course for everyone who is yet to discover the greatness of our sport. Join us now on this very first tour to discover the most exciting features of the home of handball. If it's not on our live ticker, it's not a European handball match. You think we're joking? We promise to cover more than 1,000 matches every season. The live experience is part of our DNA, but if for whatever reason you missed your team's latest match, the fully integrated EHF TV on Home of Handball is your place to be. Every goal counts, every save is recorded. We will offer you the most in-depth statistics in European handball, including ball and player tracking, from beach handball to the EHF Champions League. Your team has reached the EHF Euro? Don't look any further. We will offer the best seats in the house to you, right on Home of Handball. The hottest schedule and the latest info? You will get it all, tailor-made and regularly delivered to your inbox. We hope you enjoyed this tour, and we're looking forward to seeing you again soon in the Home of Handball. Oh yes, we play handball, and this website really is the home of handball. And of course, all matches of the EHF Champions League will be shown for free on EHF TV. And now it's back to the draw of pots 3 and 4.
Well, as mentioned in the introduction, there is a country protection. That means we avoid having two teams from the same country playing against each other. Therefore, we have to do a short allocation at the beginning of pot number 3. If you check row 2, you can see that Paris Saint-Germain is in Group A on position number 2. We have a second team from France, which is Nantes Handball. Therefore, we have to allocate Nantes to position number 5 in Group B. This is the corresponding position for Paris Saint-Germain. So Nantes goes to Group B, position 5. And vice versa, we will do the same for the team of Molpik Szeged from Hungary. They are the corresponding team to Telekom Veszprém, which is in Group B on position number 2. We therefore allocate Molpik Szeged to position number 5 in Group A. And therefore we have avoided that Paris Saint-Germain and Nantes, respectively Telekom Veszprém and PIK Szeged, will meet each other. They are kept away from each other on this stage of the competition. That means we have left the two remaining teams of pot number 3, which is Meshkov Brest from Belarus and Handball Club Motor from Zaporozhye in the Ukraine. They are in the blue balls, and they still have to be drawn to the two remaining positions. So please, we open the blue ball. Handball Club Meshkov from Brest in Belarus. Meshkov Brest goes to Group A on position 6. And finally, Handball Club Motor from Zaporozhye in the Ukraine. They will occupy the remaining position in pot number 2, which is position number 6 in Group B.
Now we know everything about the first 12 teams that have been drawn. Take a closer look at Group A. Vardar, Paris Saint-Germain, Kielce, Porto, Szeged and Meshkov Brest. And in Group B you will find Barca, Veszprém, Kiel, Aalborg and Nantes, as well as Motor. We proceed to the last and final pot, number 4.
In pot number 4, we have to do a small introductory step as well, only with one team. We have THW Kiel, which is in Group B on position number 3. We have a second team from Germany, which is SG Flensburg-Handewitt. SG Flensburg therefore has to go to the corresponding position, which is Group A, position number 8. We therefore allocate Flensburg to position number 8 in Group A and have therefore avoided that Kiel and Flensburg will meet each other in the group. You can see there are 3 positions open. They are reserved for Celje, Zagreb and Elverum. Those 3 teams are in the blue balls, and we are now continuing and open the next blue ball. Celje Pivovarno Laško from Slovenia. Celje takes position number 7 in Group B, so it's B7 for Celje. Handball Club BPD from Zagreb in Croatia. Zagreb takes position number 8 in Group B. So it's B8 for Zagreb. And to conclude, Elverum handball from Norway. They will take the very last open position in the 2 groups, which is position number 7 in Group A. So it's A7 for Elverum.
So that concludes the draw of the group phase for the men's competition. Let's take a closer look at Group A and B. The 8 teams of Group A are the HC Vardar. We have Paris Saint-Germain, we have Vive Kielce, we have the FC Porto, we have PIK Szeged, Meshkov Brest, Elverum Handball and the SG Flensburg-Handewitt. Proceeding to Group B, we find the following 8 teams: Barca, Telekom Veszprém, the THW Kiel, Aalborg Handball, HBC Nantes, the HC Motor, we have Celje Laško and the HC Zagreb. That concludes the draw for the men's competition. Best of luck to all 16 teams for the group phase, and a big thank you goes out to all our partners. Our ball supplier for many years, Select. We have a new apparel supplier, Hummel, or as they say in England, Hummel. Welcome to the family. We'd like to say thank you to our data partner, Sportradar, and of course, last but not least, Dello, the title sponsor of the women's competition, which brings us directly to the draw of the Dello EHF Champions League group phase.
ball out to the left wing. Oh, beautiful, dropped over the head of the keeper. That's excellent stuff.
Anna ser Deutschland, sugar save.
In this year's Stello EHF Champions League, we have 16 teams fighting for the same beautiful trophy, just like in the men's competition. Of course, I've mentioned it before, the trophy is a result of a European design competition won by a Spanish design team from Barcelona, symbolizing the great task of all teams, and that is scoring a goal. Please take a look. Who will win this awesome trophy this season? That is the big question. We've got 16 teams competing in 2 groups, and the top 2 of each group are going to proceed directly to the quarterfinals. The last 2 teams, they will be eliminated from the competition, and everybody else goes into the playoffs. Of course, just like in the men's competition, we have country protection, and that means the teams of France, Germany, Hungary, Denmark, Romania and Russia also have 2 teams in the competition, and we will make sure that they do not meet in the same group. Having said this, ladies and gentlemen, dear handball fans, it is time to go back to our big studio and to our EHF Chief Sports Officer and the EHF President for the draw of the women's competition. Enjoy.
Well, dear handball friends, 16 fantastic teams also on the women's competition. And I think everybody is excited and really eager to find out where the teams are going now. The procedure is the same as before, simple to follow. The colors are the same with the teams in the blue balls and the positions in the white balls. Once again, we have 2 pots, number 1 and number 2, which we can draw straight forward. Some explanation is needed later on, which we will do once we get to pot number 3. But I think everybody wants to see what is going on now in the season. Therefore, we are ready and we open the first blue ball. The first team is Győri Audi Eto from Hungary. Győr takes position number 2 in Group B. And we continue with the next blue ball. The second team, Rostov-on-Don from Russia. Rostov goes to Group A, position 2. From France, Metz-en-Val. Metz takes the top position in Group A. So it's A1 for Metz. Team number 4, pot number 1, Ramnicu Vâlcea from Romania. Vâlcea takes the last position, which is open in pot 1, which is B1.
So after the first pot has been drawn, we know the two teams of Group A and the two teams of Group B. In Group A, it's Metz Handball and Rostov Don. As in Group B, we have Vâlcea and Győr. Let's move on and proceed with the draw from pot number 2.
And we already have the new teams and the new positions on the stage here for pot number 2. 4 teams once again. The draw straightforward, the teams in the blue, the positions in the white balls, and we can continue right away. Team Esbjerg from Denmark. Esbjerg goes to Group A on position 4. And we stay in the north of Europe. Vipers Kristiansand from Norway. Vipers go to Group A on position 3. Budućnost from Podgorica in Montenegro. Budućnost goes to position number 3 in Group B. And to conclude pot number 2, we have the team of Borussia Dortmund from Germany. Borussia Dortmund, by the way, one of the 2 newcomers in the competition in this season, goes to position B4. So position 4 in Group B for Dortmund.
And that means it's half-time in this group phase draw. Let's take a closer look at Group A. Metz Handball, we've got Rostov Don, we've got the Vipers Kristiansand and Team Esbjerg in Group A, as we take a closer look at Group B with Ramnicu Vâlcea, Győr, Audi Etokace, Budućnost and now Borussia Dortmund. Having said this, this gives us a short break to take a closer look at our new brand identity, because many things have changed over the past few weeks, and I can tell you we are ready for a new era. We have a new identity and a new appearance of the EHF Champions League, and it is now the same for the men and the women's competition. One thing is definite, we play handball. Please take a closer look and enjoy. Looks, sounds and feels great, doesn't it? Perfect motivation for the new season, and we're only missing 2 more pots, pot 3 and 4. So it's back to Michael Wiederer and Markus Glaser for the finalization of this draw of the group phase.
Pot number 3 in the women's competitions has 4 teams, which we already have in pot number 1. We therefore, unfortunately, cannot draw pot 3. We have to allocate all the 4 teams. So, as we already know from before, 2 teams from the same country do not meet each other on this phase of the competition. We therefore have on position 1 in Group A the team of Metz. We have a compatriot team, which is Brest-Bretagne. Brest therefore has to go to Group B on position number 6. We therefore allocate Brest to B6. Then we do vice versa, the same step. We have the team of Vlča on Group B, position number 1. We have the team of CSME from Bucharest, which consequently has to go to Group A, also on position 6. We therefore allocate CSME to A6. And then we do the same steps with Rostov-on-Don, which has the other newcomer as a second team from Russia, which is CSKA from Moscow. Since Rostov is on position A2, CSKA has to go to B5, so we allocate CSKA to position 5 in Group B. And the remaining step to do is the corresponding team for Audi Etogyőr, which is FTC Rail Cargo Budapest from Hungary. They go to Group A, position number 5. And by doing so, on the one hand, we have already concluded pot number 3. On the other hand, we have made sure that those 2 teams from the same country do not meet each other in the group phase. This leads us immediately to the last pot for today, which is pot number 4 of the women's competition. We have to do the same step again because we have 2 teams from countries that we already have in the competition. We have Bietigheim, which is the corresponding team for Dortmund. We have Dortmund on position 4 in Group B. The corresponding position for Bietigheim is therefore position number 7 in Group A. We therefore allocate Bietigheim to A7. And then for the last step to do in this way, we have the team of Odense Handball from Denmark. They cannot meet their compatriots from Esbjerg. Odense therefore is allocated to position number 7 in Group B. And we therefore have positions 8 in Group A and in Group B left for the 2 remaining teams, which is Podravka from Koprivnica in Croatia and Krim Mercator from Ljubljana in Slovenia. Those 2 teams are in the blue balls to conclude, and we are therefore now ready to find out where these 2 teams are going. Krim Mercator from Ljubljana in Slovenia. Krim Mercator will fill up Group A. They are taking positions number 8 in Group A. And the last team in the women's competition, Handball Club Podravka Vegeta from Koprivnica in Croatia. And to be sure that all was done well, Podravka goes to position 8 in Group B and therefore takes the last remaining position in the women's competition.
So let's take a final look at the 2 groups. Group A, consisting of the following teams: Metz Handball, Rostov Don, Vipers Kristiansand, Team Eschberg, Rail Cargo Hungaria, Bucharesti, Bietigheim and Krim Mercator. Group B, here are the 8 teams: Ramniku Valcea, Győr Audieto, Budućnost, Borussia Dortmund, CSKA, Bretagne, Brest Handball, Odense Handball and the EHF Podravka Vegeta. That concludes the draw, ladies and gentlemen. Best of luck to all 16 teams, and a big thank you to Markus Glaser and Michael Wiederer for taking care of this draw. Dear handball fans, thank you so much for watching, and make sure to support your favorite team. Stay healthy and hopefully see you soon in your favorite handball arena or in the new home of handball or live on EHF TV. Till then, bye-bye.